Video is going to be a how to apply makeup for beginners. This is kind of like a 101 video. I'm going to show you how to do that. I know one of my subscribers requested it, and I figured, well, don't I show you how to do it? But I guess I really didn't have one of these videos, because sometimes when people want to wear makeup, they don't know about concealers, they don't know about foundations, they don't know the right brushes, they don't know where to put stuff. So this was a great video to do, so thank you for requesting it, and I will definitely get into this for you. So if you want to learn how to do that, then you continue. Okay, so when I film these videos, I try to look my worst, meaning I don't put nothing on my lips, they just stay dry. Girl, I don't put no earrings in. I just, let's just morph into something beautiful. I mean, of course I look cute, right? We're going to start off with concealer. Then there's a lot of concealers. I have a lot, but this one I felt like would be the best to use for this video because it really covers a lot. Now, concealers are used for redness. They're used for dark spots if you want to cover like a marked pimple, anything like that. Dark circles, color correctors. They're used for a lot of things. In my case, I use concealers to cover up my dark circles and blemishes. So people may ask, well, what color concealer do you get, blah blah blah. Some people say it doesn't matter. Well, I usually get the concealer, depends on what I'm using it for. If I'm using it before I apply makeup, then I kind of get the concealer that matches my skin tone. If I'm using it after I've applied foundation, then I kind of get a concealer that's a little brighter than me. Do you see where I'm going? So that leads me to say there are two ways to apply concealer. You can apply concealer before you put on foundation, or you can apply it after you put on foundation. Usually I do it before foundation, but for the effect, so you all can see how concealer works, I'm going to apply it before I put on foundation. This concealer is Dark Cocoa by LA Girls Pro Conceal, and I'm going to use that. And like I said, I'm going to go in with this under my eyes and the little blemishes that I do have. So, like this, just like that. Put it on the other eye, just like this, down my blemish, like that. So you can do different things with this once you put it on. You can blend it out with your finger. You can use these little cosmetic wedges. They're like this. I'll show you one. It's dirty. You guys seen me use one of these before. You can use one of these to blend it out, or you can just use a brush, and this is dirty too. This is a foundation brush, but you can use anything that's kind of like, looks like this. It's a little flat. Anything that may look like it's going to help you blend. So we'll just start off, I'll use my finger, but then I'll go in and I'll use something else. So basically when you use concealer, you don't want to swipe. You want to kind of like tap it, because tapping is for coverage and you want it to cover, so you're going to tap. Simply like this. And you're going to spread it out. Just like this. Now before I do it, you all can see that I do have darkness around my eyes too. So I usually just kind of bring this concealer up and blend it up on my eyelid just like this. And just distribute this concealer all over. Like so. And I am concealed. So you guys can see the difference between this eye and this eye. Of course I have product on this eye, but I didn't blend it in, and you can just kind of tell how this gives me a more smoother finish and a better look. You don't see any more darkness. You definitely don't see my blemish, and that's what it's for. So let's do this eye.
Same thing. You're going to tap it. Do not swipe. Tap. Make sure you tap. Bring it up. Over down.
So the last part that I do conceal is my nose. You all can see that I have a line over my nose, and it's because of allergies. I always go like this, so we need to get rid of that. So I'm just going to take whatever concealer I have left over and just bring that right over on the line. I'm still tapping. Okay, so the concealer is blended out, and as you can see, there's no more darkness and there's no more redness. Now let's just say your face is already evened out and all you wanted to do just was add some concealer just to brighten you up and even out your skin tone. Excuse me. Then you can do that. All you want to do is just set it with a foundation. Set it with a powder and keep it moving. But me, this doesn't even me out a little bit. If you can tell from what I'm seeing, it looks like this is a little darker while you still have my forehead, which is a little bright, and you're looking a little crazy. You don't want to look like that. So next, I'm going to go in with foundation. The foundation of choice that I'm using today is Revlon Nearly Naked foundation, and it's in the color Cappuccino. This is my everyday foundation. I do have more foundations, but I was like, you know what? Let me just feature this because this is what I wear every day. So here's a problem with foundations. A lot of people don't know how to pick out their color, don't know what to do, this and that. I honestly don't have a tip on picking out your color. They say test it on your palm, see if it matches or whatever. Since I'm dark skinned, I always, whatever line I go to, I always go to the darkest shade. I go down there. Then I look at the darkest shade, and depending on what line it is, if it's in Revlon Color Stay, I can't go for the darkest shade because that line has a variety of shades. So the darkest shade is just too dark for me. But if it's in something like Maybelline or L'Oreal, the darkest shade will work for me because those usually are lighter skin tone lines. So you just go for, I guess, whichever one matches your hand, I guess, like that, and you go from there. Like I said, it's easier for me because I'm dark, so I know kind of which one to look for. Ladies that are lighter than me, you know, I really can't give you advice on how to pick it. I guess whichever one looks like it. Of course, you don't want to get nothing too dark, you don't want to get nothing too light. So if you're in the middle, then you kind of decide and you pick from there. Now, foundation is used just to even out your skin tone. You're not using it just to cover up everything or nothing. It's primarily used just to give you a nice even finished look. So there are ways to apply your foundation. You can apply it with your fingers, just rub it all around. You can use a brush, you can use a beauty blender, you can use a lot of things. I'm going to use a brush, and this brush that I'm using is from e.l.f. All my brushes are from e.l.f. and this is a powder brush, and I'm going to use this to blend in my foundation all over my face. Yeah, I put about this much. You all can see that. And I dab my brush in it. And I just dab it on my face. Like this. Go to my forehead. And now I'm just going to blend this in. So, usually with this type of brush, I usually go in like a patting motion. If I have a stipple brush, I'm going in circle motions. But, yeah. Now, you want to take this foundation. You're going to definitely put it over top of your concealer. So like I said, I'm using a patting motion. Make sure you get underneath here, kind of going toward your neck. I never blend out my neck because, one, if you can tell, it's just super dark right here and here. I just don't like to get my clothes messy, so I don't do it. And I'm just applying this foundation over top of that concealer, my eyes and everything. Go to my forehead, and I'm going to pat it out up here too. Okay. Okay, so you can see that I kind of patted out one side, I didn't do the other. So there's definitely a difference there. I look a little bit more brighter and awakened, and you know, I look a little done right here, and I'm not done here. So like I said, we're going to go in, we're going to finish patting. And you don't want to work the foundation around the concealer. Like I said, you're still going to put this foundation on top of the concealer because this concealer goes underneath. So just like this. Make sure to get your temples, work around your eyebrows if you know how to do your eyebrows. Work around that. I didn't get my nose. Get your forehead, around your hairline. You just really want to blend this in. Okay guys, so now that you can tell my foundation is on, there's a totally big difference with me not wearing foundation. If you all can see, under my eyes look so much more smoother now, and my face, my skin tone, it just gives me a more smoother look. And that's what you're going for. Like I said, foundation just gives you a more even skin tone, and it just gives you a nicer look. Okay, so I won't be going into whatever else I do in my regular makeup routine. This is the last step that you ladies can do for foundation. Whenever you put on foundation, especially if it's a liquid foundation, you always want to set it, and you want to set it with a powder. Now, if I can find my powder. Okay, you have different types of powders. You have a pressed powder, you have a loose powder, you have a translucent powder. You have a lot of powders. Most translucent powders are white. Your loose powders is powders, but it's really loose. It's like dust like. And a setting powder, a pressed powder is kind of in a compact. I don't have like it's a compact little powder, and it has like a little puff, and it's a pressed powder. You press it and you dab it all over your face. So for this loose powder, there's nothing in here, so I'm going to shake it upside down just to get some powder inside there, and it looks like that now. And we're going to go in with this same flat brush that I use for my foundation. And this is a powder brush, so it's great. We're going to go in with this, and we're just going to basically put this all over our face in which we apply foundation, because we want to set it. So I'm going to dab it in here, and I'm going to dust some off, knock some off. Like that. And I usually just start patting like that. And I just go like this. So, like I said, there's one side of my face that this side is not, and I look more glossy. So we're just going to go ahead and set this side of the face. So, this is a basic beginner's foundation routine, how to apply makeup. Now we're going to go into a little eyeliner and lip gloss, and that's about it. So now, since we're at the eye part, let's go in with some liner. You want to complete this look with some liquid liner, some under eyeliner. So the liquid liner I'm using is by e.l.f. I love this liquid liner. And you just want to line the top of your lash line. So I'm zoomed in so you guys can see, and I'll just give it a basic line. I'm not going to do no wing or nothing like that, just a basic line. So here, over top of the lash line, and just line it out like that. As you can see, this line is super thin, and you don't need no really thick line. So once we're done with our liquid liner, we're going to go in with the eye pencil. This is black, and we're going to line our eyes. Now, my eyes are already small, and I understand that when you use black eyeliner, it makes your eyes look smaller. But I kind of like that little look, so it doesn't bother me. So you're just going to take some black eyeliner, and you're just going to line under your eyes. You're going to line your waterline. Just like this. Now, there's a little there, and you can go as dark or as light as you want. I don't go too dark, but I do like to cover this up some more, so let me just line that. Okay, ladies, so I wanted to come in like natural daylight like in front of the window, and show you guys the finished look of my makeup. This tutorial is for beginners. If you want to know how to apply concealer, how to apply foundation, how to apply powder, that is just that. I have a nice soft neutral look, nice soft gloss lip, neutral eye, and that's about it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. There will definitely be pictures in the end, and yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm really feeling this. Like I said, I only wear this if I really don't feel like getting made up, you know, for the day. I just want a nice soft look. This is what I do. So I hope that you ladies enjoyed this because it was fun teaching. Thanks to my subby. Hey boo, I think her name is Dee Dee. I might be wrong, but she suggested this video, so hope that you guys like it, and I will talk to you guys later. Leave more suggestions down below and I'll definitely do that for you. Mwah. I am Drugstore Queen Mimi to all my new subbies. Hey boos, and I'm out. Bye y'all.